Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and let me do something here before I get going. Checking to make sure I didn't screw up my settings. Okay, wanted to cover this first 16 million RLUSD minute at the RLUSD Treasury. I mean, there's no telling what this is going to look like, say, a year from now. And then here's Caitlin Long talking about how Operation Choke Point 2.0 is not over. That is the attack on from the Federal Reserve on crypto people wanting to get bank designations, I guess.
This morning, J.D. Vance gave the speech. I was upstairs at a breakfast and watched the replay. It was a great speech, but I did have to call him out on something that I think he exaggerated when he said Operation Choke Point 2.0 is dead and that he was here to give the obituary for it. It's not dead yet, unfortunately, because the tools that were used to target our industry are still in place. And as Senator Lummis correctly pointed out, the people who did it, for the most part, are still in place at the federal banking agencies as well.
How do they fix that? I mean, is that something they can wave the magic presidential wand and it changes, or is it sort of systemic?
Well, it's interesting because there are a number of very high-ranking political folks here, senators, congresspeople, from the administration, right, vice presidents, et cetera, and they all want to know who are the people. And it's so funny because yet again I sent the list. So that it's funny. I was talking to one of our attorneys who was saying to me there are several people that are constructing the list, right? So it's no secret who did all this. But the interesting question is, what if anything can be done to move those folks out of positions of power?
Great question. Here is Tom Lee breaking down market setup.
What is it about the market setup and market structure today that's really enabling digital assets to take off now?
That's a really pertinent question, because when we look at 2025, the market's leadership is coming from two categories. It's still AI and the Mag 7 and that complex. But this year, the leadership has also surged from crypto-related equities, and that's Circle, which really blew the doors open. It's the best IPO performance probably in more than 5 years. I think what's happened is that the AI boom is really an enablement in the sense that it has now made it clear to investors that there is a move towards a digital economy. And I think that has captured the imagination. And now investors are very interested in programmable money. And I think that's where stablecoin have become the ChatGPT story of crypto, because we've seen mainstream adoption by consumers, merchants, and banks. And really, again, Circle has brought a halo to that whole process.
That's correct. They're watching that IPO. You can be assured. Now, this is funny. Our old buddy, Joseph Lubin, is there at the NASDAQ. He's one of the investors, or maybe he started SharpLink.
They, of course, got Ethereum right there. Nowhere else but Times Square. I love that. This is the fitting part right here. I don't know if you guys have watched the Old Guard, but that is the Old Guard 2 poster with the new guard showing up in Wall Street. And that, of course, being Ethereum and Joe Lubin.
That's the new guard. The Ethereum PR marketing machine is in full force. Check this out. A lot of XRP ETF deadlines in July. Look at these. The Rex Advisors, several pro shares, Total Capital, 716 is what it's showing there, and it looks like these are all further out. Well, there's a couple of Julys right there. Volatility shares XRP. These are spot. Those are futures right there. And then I'm not sure about this one. There's a lot of spot XRP ETFs on the horizon. Looks like July could be an interesting month. Look at this, Chad Steingraber. You guys, something is definitely going on. The 1 hour XRP volume up, it is way too much for retail all of a sudden. 148.96 million. Something definitely going on. Things are heating up. History is about to be made. we're taking, this is about the Crypto Week announcements, July 14th. We're taking steps to ensure the United States remains the world's leader in innovation. I look forward to Crypto Week in the house. And then we have this. I covered this in the last video. That Ripple is now going to be at. They're doing Ripple Swell in New York in November, and this looks like this was from a panel that was done, New Rails, New Worlds. And Ryan Rugg is going to be at Ripple Swell, and I think this woman is too. Well, this woman's with Ripple, Pega Sultani.
So ISO 20022 is a global standard for financial information exchange. This enables interoperability between different systems, straight through processing of payments, and rich data transfer. And it'll also foster competition because it's open and flexible. At Ripple, we've been aligned with ISO 20022 from day one. We've always recognized that this is the direction of payments and it'll be better for everyone. And we were really a first mover on that front. We've also joined the standard body to help contribute to how payments will shape in the future.
All right. And then this is the same woman. Some of these are older, but this is head of, I don't know if she was at DBS Bank or if she's at Ripple in this clip. Let's see if she indicates.
For me, payments is really broad, so it's really anything that needs fast settlement. And the next wave of growth I really see in real world asset tokenization. We have customers like HSBC, DBS, the biggest bank in Singapore, DZ Bank in Europe, and they're all entering the space to tokenize a variety of assets like money market funds, sometimes real estate, gold, other, and they all need fast payments and settlement. And that's where I think the next trillions of dollars of growth will come to the industry.
All right. And then here, this is another clip with her as well.
So many examples of people using crypto for payment settlement or crypto technology because speed matters so much. And
okay. And then I wanted to show you this right here. Ryan Rugg, Global Head of Digital Assets from Citi. This is the woman who is going to come to Swell in New York. And I want you to hear this right here.
And how do you solve for that interoperability question? Maybe I'll put that to the middle of the panel to start with, and then work my way out to the edges.
I think about what we're doing with the Regulated Liability Network with RLN and working with 12 other banks. We, concluded the U.S. one in July, and we're working with the U.K. one now. Really helps to not just from a technical, but from a legal accounting, what is the proper framework for this to exist and how could it work, right? How can you build out that FMI that is not owned by one entity, right, but is for the interests of the people and the corporations in it? And, we've published a paper on it and it is feasible. And I think that's kind of one of the examples of a hybrid that we can do. But, once those rails are built out and you have open APIs and SDKs for the different central banks, you still need an AMA in the middle, like an automated market maker to kind of mint and burn and exchange the tokens. But I do think that interoperability is key in the future, not just from a protocol standpoint, but from also a token standpoint. You don't want siloed that's recreating the issues we already have,
I want to give you something to think about Brad Garlinghouse going to Capitol Hill to be on a panel to speak. I think in all the time that I have been covering Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, XRP, I don't think I can remember one time when Brad Garlinghouse was going to speak in front of Congress. I think that this would be the first. So I think there's a significance a lot of people aren't thinking about. I think that this is almost like a coming out party for Ripple after all the things that they've been through. And I think that this Ripple Swell in New York is going to be pretty significant too. You got BNY Mellon there, you got Citi there. Can't remember off the top of my head the others, but I've told my wife this several times. I believe that this is the year, and then 2026 things are going to really blast off too. But I believe 2025 is the year that we've been waiting for. Everybody has been through a lot, I've been here for 7 years, and it is freaking on this year. And I think that this crypto week that's coming up, I think they're talking about crypto week and all because they know that this mid-July is the defining moment for crypto. This changes everything. Okay, I'll go into DAIXRP.com. I wanted to show you another one of this woman's videos, and we'll talk about that and what she says. DAIXRP.com is the Patreon, or you can click join through the bottom of my YouTube videos, or you can click subscribe on X. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Away we go.